County Commissioner, So, Bwana County Commissioner, we are just going to present our petition to you. This is a message that the Nakuru journalism community is joining the Kenya Media Sector Working Group from all over the country in passing this a petition to the government. And this petition is themed that journalism is not a crime and journalists' lives matter. So, the Nakuru journalism community, together with the Kenya Media Sector Working Group, which is a partnership of media, professional associations and stakeholders in the country, dedicated to defending and promoting media freedom, independence, quality and ethical journalism. As an umbrella organization for all media organizations in the country, all journalists and human rights defenders wish to condemn attacks and harassment targeting journalists and all threats to media freedom as guaranteed in our Constitution, specifically in Articles 33, 34, and 35. We demand and respect and declare journalists' lives matter because we are not criminals. Yes. Today, we have appropriated our right as citizens and professionals to gather and express our anger over police brutality against journalists, threats to shut media houses, and other primitive strategies by state organs and agencies, politicians and their hirelings, bent on curtailing the hard-won freedom of expression and the media. We abhor what is now a systematic slide into the dark days of media gagging during the single-party dictatorship. We therefore demand immediate action on the following. Number one, accountability for illegal shootings, beatings, abductions, and harassment of colleagues in the last few weeks, the details which are in the public domain. We demand the prosecution of rogue police officers for crimes against journalists and innocent protesters. In Nakuru here, our colleague Catherine Wanjeri Kariuki, who works with MediaMax, was shot approximately a week ago. Assurances for the safety of all journalists working in the country in the wake of brazen threats issued by state officers. Number three, cessation of veiled threats issued by Communications Authority and other state agencies which have created panic, thereby threatening media freedom. Number four, gazettement of all duly recruited members of the Media Complaints Commission and assurances that the Ministry of Information, Communication and Digital Economy will cease interfering with the independence of media institutions. And number five, immediate payment of pending bills owed to media houses, including cessation of use of state ads, that is advertisements, to stifle media independence, and the scrapping of government advertising agency. Number six, end media censorship. Number seven, ensure unrestricted access to information. And the last one, restatement of the government's commitment to the rule of law in the country and specifically to media freedom. We have issued this petition today Wednesday, July 24th, the year of our Lord 2024. Yes. And we continue saying, we are not criminals. We are not criminals. All right. Thank you so much. So allow me to hand over this petition to you, Bwana County Commissioner, as the representative of the national government in Nakuru County. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. So now you can respond to some of these issues, or even just acknowledge that you have received the petition. Yes.
Good afternoon. First of all, I want to thank all of you for the step that you've taken to air your voices. And I also want to wish Catherine a quick recovery because to me, we've worked very well with the media in Nakuru. I see Catherine's case being a bit isolated, but we've left IPOA to handle that matter. They have requested officers who are there to do statements, and I believe that Catherine will get justice. I've received the petition, and I want to assure you I will forward the petition as a government representative here in Nakuru County. Some issues, I have seen them. They are ranging from some demands that you have from the government, as well as the freedom of expression by the media. I want to assure you, because in the media and government, we have come from far, if I may say. We've opened the media space very much. And I think as a government, what we need to do is to maintain that relationship, because we are voice, we are not criminals. I don't believe you are criminals the way I know you. And therefore, we've all the responsibility to make sure that you work in an environment that is free and fair. So get my assurance, and if there is any issue that you want to engage me on, I'm free to do it, and I will forward the petition so that the government can look at the issues. But I want to assure you in Nakuru, I don't expect to any other issue that we are antagonizing you. What I would like to tell the persons who are demonstrating, I believe we have avenues to discuss some of the issues. Some are very pertinent, and others require us to reason out. And therefore, I don't wish that the much we've done in terms of infrastructure and development and other issues, that we shouldn't destroy it. Remember, we don't have any other country. We only have this country, and I don't think we want to go outside to live in other countries. We need to team up and have a country that is better, secure, and a country that we are talking, listening, and asking questions is very important. And therefore, I want to encourage that in dialogue so that we can continue working together. So get my assurance with the other teams. Thank you.
A quick question. You are live on NTV. This is Ruth Sarmoche Senge. We've seen police walking or roaming with vehicles that have covered number plates. What are police hiding?
Well, those are operational issues. I may not be able to tell you. I don't know, because I've heard you mention, but I don't think we are doing it in Nakuru.
We've seen a couple. We have videos, we have pictures of police vehicles that have sealed number plates. So what does that portend for our security? And as media, are you trying to hide, because we are trying to cover what is happening. So are the police trying to hide their trail?
We also have some of the police officers who are in civilian, and they are threatening us while we are at work. Yesterday, immediately after we did a live link, the people who we interviewed were arrested, around 8 of them, and they were taken to Nakuru East Sub-County DCI offices. They were held until around 6 p.m. That's when I lost contact with those guys. I don't know if they have been freed. I don't know what happened to them. What is happening about the police themselves breaking the law by being in civilian while doing a lawful job?
Some things are operational issues. Even when we don't have demonstrations, we have teams that they wear civilian. They don't have uniform, and they are known. So merely, I would say this: let's protect our county, and if there is anything, because I understand, I was told about, I think it was 6 or 7 people arrested. Then I inquired, and then I agreed with the officers, nikasema if there is no crime committed, let them be released, and I think they were released. So let's share, let's iron out if there is any issue that you have seen, because I'm here. I'm able to interact with those other systems to know whether a crime has been violated or whether somebody who has been suspected to have committed that crime. And I think we will be moving forward in the right direction. Thank you. Thank you. I will
Media power! Media power!
I will forward this one. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. My name is Dominic Kabiru. I work with the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights. I'm an assistant director in the public affairs and communication. I'm so glad to have had this opportunity to join the media fraternity of Nakuru. We know exactly why we are here. We know exactly why we are joining hands to say no to the harassment that we have experienced, especially what happened to our colleague a week ago. And this is a noble cause that is being pushed by the journalists here in Nakuru, and not just in Nakuru, across the country. Because since we had the demonstrations when they started, we have had cases very specific targeting the members of the fourth estate. And I think it's about time that we join hands. I think for quite some time the media has been quiet in terms of complaining the harassments they are going through. But I think if I can recall, the last one we had, major one, was in 2016, and maybe one after that. But I think this time round it's about time we say no. And I would like to assure the member of the fourth estate, on behalf of the leadership of the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, that we stand by you. We know that you are such a noble profession, and the kind of work you do, the Kenyans will not be able to know exactly what is happening in the country unless you deliver the news to them. So I would like to encourage you to continue with the cause of your media freedom. It is well enshrined and espoused in our Constitution 2010 under Article 33 and Article 34. So again, you are such an important cog of the justice system in this country, because you are speaking for the speechless. You are speaking to those who cannot be able to talk on their own. So I would like to encourage you to continue with this course. Please remember that we have your back. If you have any complaints, do not hesitate to get in touch with us as the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, and you can bet we'll be able to stand by you. Any form of harassment, any form of complaints that you might have, in whichever way, whether you have been harassed by the security agencies, kindly feel free to get in touch with us, and we'll be able to stand by you. We'll be able to provide lawyers for you pro bono, so that we can be able to, to push the agenda of the media, as it were. So thank you very much. We are on another assignment in this county, but when I saw you around the Kenyatta Avenue, I said I'll have to join you, whatever the cause. So solidarity together. Solidarity!
Journalists, there are people that were shot at and died. They say that some incidences they were not able to be provided with adequate investigation. What are your thoughts of that? And do you think it jeopardizes other investigations that we are waiting for?
I think from where we stand as a commission, we have a very specific unit that does the monitoring of the harassment that we have experienced in the recent past. And we work very closely with the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution. Our leadership at the Commission are actually in touch with the ODPP. So we are very sure and very confident that the ODPP will be able to provide specific details of the cases that have been brought to the fore to their offices. So we are definitely, as a commission, going to make a follow-up on this.
What happens when they say that they were not able to see the shooters who get their CCTVs, their pieces over there? So what happens there? What happens to the people who've been affected by such incidents?
We'll stand by them. Actually, what we would like to encourage is relatives of the victims. They need to get in touch with us in whichever way they can, and then we would like to register their complaints, and then from there we have a very elaborate mechanism when it comes to complaints handling, and we'll be able to stand by them.
Viva media!
Sawa, doma. Tunafanyia story. Timu wao zimeanguka. Wanalipwa vibaya. Wanalipwa vibaya. Tunawafanyia story. Walianza siku ya huko Bungoma. Atarakade. Wakapewa cabbage. Wakasaini kuku.
Kusonga mbele bwana.
Lakini kutunyanyasa. Wanatunyanyasa. Wao zimeraruka. Hawana viatu. Hawana uniform. Na tunawatetea. Tunaweka TV. Wanaishi kwa mabati, wanaishi baridi. Wanaishi kwa nyumba za mabati. Na tunawatetea. Hawana magari. Wanachukua hongo. Na tunawatetea. Na bado wanatudhulumu. Tumechoka. Will not cover you. We are demanding. We can never. Kenya viva! 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 Kenya viva! Viva! Kenya viva! Kenya viva! Wana media viva! Wana nchi viva! Kenya viva! Messengers.